everyone. Today we are going to be making our newest Harvest of the Month recipes for cucumbers. So we've got a yogurt tzatziki sauce, a Greek turkey pita, and a vegetarian hero. And I'm going to start off by making the two sauces that go in both of those recipes. So we're going to begin with the tzatziki sauce, which is a yogurt-based herb, really light, really refreshing. It's great for salad dressing. It's great to be used in sandwiches like this. You can use it for dipping vegetables, crackers. It's a really versatile one. And we're lucky to have some great farms in Maine that are making yogurt. Milk House Dairy and Creamery in Monmouth makes awesome yogurts. They're in a lot of schools. They come in smaller sizes and also large 1-gallon buckets, which is really great for school nutrition. And then I've got some beautiful local herbs here from Village Side Farm up in Freedom, Maine. They also sell to schools. And we're going to blend that with some other ingredients. And we're going to start with our cucumber, also a local. It is end of August here in Maine, and we've got amazing fresh produce that's available right now. So there's no shortage of it. In your school gardens that you're coming back to in the fall, local farms, grocery stores, you name it. There's an abundance of local food right now. And I really like this tzatziki sauce because, you know, our recipe calls for fresh herbs, dill, parsley, and mint, but you can really use whatever you have on hand. Those are sort of like the classic ones. But if you have some oregano, some tarragon, cilantro is kind of a, not everybody likes cilantro, so maybe not that one, but you can really do whatever you want. So I've just peeled and now I'm seeding. So I'm removing the seeds from the cucumber. And this might not seem like a super necessary step, but really you're just trying to reduce how much water is in this sauce because most of the water content in the cucumbers is right there in the seeds. So we're going to give it a rough chop because we're going to blend it. That looks great. And then I'm going to get my garlic clove ready. Just one, maybe two if they're on the smaller side. Once again, all this stuff is going to be blended, so I'm not really practicing my fine knife skills right now. I'm just removing the skin, removing the peel, stuff like that. And I'm just going to maybe slice that into quarters. And then we've got our beautiful herbs that have been washed. They're ready to go. And this recipe I'm doing are at-home yields. So we have at-home yields, and we encourage you to share those with parents, with families, to use Harvest of the Month ingredients at home. And then we also have our school yields, which are much larger for your cafeterias. So just a rough chop, because again, that's going into the food processor. Got our parsley, my favorite herb, which is dill. Already smells really good in here. And I couldn't find any mint at the grocery store. I should have grabbed some at my house, because if you've ever grown mint, you know that it just grows wild. So always put mint in a container, in a pot, because if you put it right in the ground, it's going to completely take over your yard. All right, so that looks good. I've got my food processor. We're going to put our cucumber, our fresh herbs, and our garlic. Basically, at this point, you're putting everything into the food processor except for the yogurt, and that's going to be folded in at the end. So we've also got some olive oil. And we're going to add some lemon juice for a little bit of brightness. Plus, it's going to help keep those really great, vibrant green colors in the sauce. And we can also, we'll test for seasoning when we're done, but I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in right now too. Doesn't call for it in the recipe, but you're going to be safe with that. Pop the lid on and blend it up. Scrape down the sides. And that's looking good. All right. So there's not a lot of liquid left in that. There's certainly some, but removing those seeds from the cucumber is really going to help us out here. So we're not going to have too loose of a sauce unless that's what we want. You know, if you're using this for a salad dressing, then maybe you could keep some of those seeds in and it will be more of a pourable tzatziki sauce. All right, and then we've got our plain yogurt. Recipe calls for Greek yogurt. So you can use Greek for thicker. You can use, this is regular. It'll be slightly thinner, but because we're just spreading it in a sandwich, it doesn't really matter too much. And it calls for 1 cup. Let's see here. And we had Kate from the Milk House Yogurt Creamery come into our kitchen here and do some awesome recipes with us to kind of show how to use yogurt in schools. And she did a chicken salad, she did overnight oats, she did you know, a bunch of different simple recipes using her product, which was really cool. So definitely find those videos on our website. And now you're just going to kind of fold it in, and it has that awesome green color. And like I said, adding that lemon juice will keep it really vibrant, really bright. And that's the tzatziki sauce. So I'm going to cover this and put it right into the fridge. It is going to thicken up a little bit. And ideally, you're going to serve this the next day because all those flavors are just going to come to life overnight. But if you have to use it right away, it's perfectly fine too. It's just going to taste better after it's sat for a bit. So that's our tzatziki recipe, and I hope you try it.